In this episode, I want to talk about taking care of yourself. Parenting is hard work. It's also rewarding work. In my career, I've had the privilege of working with hundreds of parents who have set aside or shifted their own careers, hobbies, and other relationships to be more involved in their children's lives. But that doesn't mean that their world stops spinning. Good parenting is not just having the leftovers for your kids. Good parenting is also not just having the leftovers for yourself. I sometimes feel like I'm saying two different things that can sometimes conflict. And I am. Yes, it is a juggling act. Can parenting well and self-care both be priorities at the same time? I hope so. Kids need consistency. Adults need consistency also. Which person, the developing child or the adult who is parenting, is more able to adjust, adapt, and problem solve? I hope the answer is obvious. You, the adult. But we need to have our own batteries recharged regularly, and so we need to take care of ourselves. This is a list of things you might want to consider. Some of you may already be doing many of these, and some might be just looking for ideas. I hope this is helpful for you. The first is prioritize. What are the essential things that must get done versus the things that it would be nice to have done? As a young parent, a new young parent, I recall the title of an opinion piece in a local paper written by another dad who was also a journalist. And the title said it all. Those toys on the floor, they belong there. And it was a story about a dad who was just exhausted and there were other things that needed to get done. And those toys, maybe they would be there for a few days. It wasn't a big deal. So take a look at your own list. What are the things that absolutely have to get done? And the things that maybe can go for a few days. Be flexible. We all like to have things done a certain way, sometimes our way, and in a certain time frame. Sometimes the world does not agree with our plans. Weather, health, work, plumbing, any number of other crises we didn't expect or ask for take priority. It's okay to step back and give ourselves permission to not have the same outcomes or results that we wanted each day. It's often due to circumstances we just can't control. We can model flexible thinking for our children by practicing this each day. Another strategy is sticking to a routine. When it is possible, have a routine. Kids and adults do much better when there is some predictability to any given day. Weekdays are different than weekends for school children, but generally having the same sort of routine, getting up, getting dressed, having breakfast, doing some task or play at the start of the day is a great way to create both stability and consistency. And the same for bedtime. The beginning and ending of each day can be challenging for both kids and parents. Having some sort of routine for yourself as well as for your children can help reduce some of the uncertainty. Don't skimp on the basics. What is the first thing to go when you get really stressed? Is it your eating habits? Is it your quality of sleep? Is it your exercise or your time for yourself? While some of those things sometimes do have to take a backstage or back seat to your child's immediate priorities, make sure that that doesn't happen for a long period of time. Stay connected socially to those who matter to you. Make a list of who the people are in your support network that are part of your system. They're part of your team. Most of us don't have others who are on standby 24/7 for us. Everyone has their own life to live, with their own needs or priorities or obstacles. But one of the cool things about human beings is that we're social animals. We need each other for support and resources. So who are the folks that can help you out, even once in a while? And who are the folks that you can count on to connect? Practice mindfulness and other relaxation techniques. Remember to breathe. Take deep breaths. Some people find comfort in prayer. Many of these strategies are free and available online. Make a list of the small, simple pleasures that bring you joy. Music, reading, short walks, power naps, being in nature. What are the things that make you smile? Practice gratitude. Ask yourself each day, what am I grateful for? it is easy to get lost with what is wrong in our lives. What are some of the things that are going well for you? And what and who are we grateful for? Make a list. Add to it. Review it often. Learn something new. Pursue interests that can help you feel engaged or connected. Be a lifelong learner. This includes learning new ways to be the most effective parent you can be, like listening to this podcast. Pay attention to habits that could actually make your stress worse in the long run. The scientific evidence is stacking up. The use of substances, drinking alcohol, smoking, they can immediately relieve some of the stress, but they can also become maladaptive coping strategies with greater costs down the road. Similarly, excessive recreational screen use can be used to escape stress, but that has some of the same costs. Binge watching shows, YouTube, TikTok, video gaming, or taking a lot of time on social media platforms takes time away from other important elements of life. Are these activities cutting into your sleep or your face-to-face time with your kids or with those you love? Cut yourself some slack. We are interested in progress, not perfection. We're all on this journey together. We have just covered a range of strategies for you as a parent to take care of yourself. I started this episode with a two-sided message. Take care of your children and take care of yourself. This is no easy task. If this is difficult to do, imagine that your well-being has a direct impact on your children. When you are at your best, you can be your best as a parent. I understand how busy and sometimes overwhelming life can be. Still, it is important to strive for this little self-care here and there. Try one or two of these things that you think you can achieve, even 5 minutes a day as a start. Remember, there are no perfect parents. And in the words of Maya Angelou, do the best you can until you know better. And when you know better, do better. Thank you for tuning in and considering this parenting topic. I hope that this information added to your growing toolbox of parenting your child or children. Please consider exploring other topics in this series. Remember, no one parenting tool can do everything. We need many tools to become the best parents for our children. Your children's future depends on you and the time and effort you invest in them today.